Frankie C, we got a Friday podcast to give to the people.
What I hear.
Frankie C is sipping a strawberry marg.
It is. Here it is, baby.
The man is ready. He is
out of my authentic Cheers mug.
All right, we're raring to go on this episode. We're going to talk about Virginia Giuffre. Oh, my goodness. She's lying about the whole thing?
What?
We'll talk about it. Tariffs wipe out $6.4 trillion from the stock market. And Bill Burr does maybe the greatest thing I've ever seen on a red carpet. Kind of flips out, but in a polite way, like the only way that Bill Burr really can. We'll show you the video and share our thoughts about it. And we got an AOA game time with Erin C coming up.
That's right.
Well, every time I write that in the description, I always write Eric and then have to delete it and go back and write Erin space C. I don't know why my brain just writes Eric. Do you want to see if she, I was going to say, do you want to marry an Eric? Or maybe she wants to transition to an Eric would be helpful for my...
To accommodate your typing error?
It'd be great if we could do that.
I'll talk it over. I can't imagine it going over well, though.
Well, just think about it. Let's not take it off the table yet. Let's keep it on the table.
Nothing's impossible. I'm just saying it might not fly. This might not be the one that the favor you want to ask for.
Got it.
Yeah, you got to warn me when you hit that button.
Sorry. Did I scare you?
A little bit.
We got a big game, Frankie C, and I want to make sure we got time to get to it. So let's get right into the topics of the day. Started getting a little buzz from people yesterday on the Virginia Giuffre story. First of all, it never really made a ton of sense to us. Like both Monday when we were delivering it, the fact that it was a school bus accident, she's in the hospital, kidney failure, 4 days to live. She just wants to see her kids. No police reports, no other big hoopla, whatever. Wednesday comes, then we get a little bit more information. She didn't mean to post that picture of herself on Instagram. She wanted to just put it on her private Facebook group. And what happened to the kids on the bus? And lots of other questions start to come about. Then yesterday, the reports started coming out that the accident was not even a fender. I mean, it was just a headlight got cracked. It was basically the sum of the damage.
So why did she look all? Did she have bruises and stuff in the photo?
Yeah, the photo is brutal of her. I don't know where all those bruises came from. I'm not entirely sure, but they didn't come from the accident. And this, like, we just can't seem to get a straight story out of anybody, with the exception of two people. We heard from the bus driver who confirmed that nobody was injured, both in the bus and in the car, that he wasn't going.
Rough ambulance ride to the hospital. She looked in bad shape in that picture.
Maybe that's where it happened. You're right. Maybe it was in the hospital. Yeah, we'll look into that, I guess. But yeah,
what the hell?
He said it wasn't anything and everybody was fine. And that's why the cops didn't come, because it was kind of like, oh, I don't know if anybody threw anybody $20 for the headlight or whatever. And then we heard from the woman who was actually driving the car, which it turns out Virginia Giuffre was not driving the car. Somebody had that in our live chat during an episode. Right. Like, we couldn't confirm it yet. We can confirm it now. So what
did she say?
She was like, she goes, I don't want to say anything, but Virginia, I'm sure, will clear things up when she can. Which is okay.
So maybe the picture, the kidney failure unrelated, is just she was in the hospital for kidney failure, unrelated to the accident. The accident. I'm trying to be devil's advocate here, and
I see where
some benefit of the doubt here.
I see where you're
going. She got into a little fender bender, and she just wanted to, again, to her credit, she didn't really post this picture. She kind of shared it in her group or whatever, or she wanted to anyway. And the bruising, is that like a typical, like when you have kidney problems, doesn't your skin change, or doesn't there any kind of, doesn't that happen?
It
right?
Does. It can, yes.
Okay, maybe that. I can't remember exactly the I don't know if it was just bruising or if it was any kind of cuts or scrapes or anything, but I'm not remembering any cuts and scrapes, but looked like maybe just bruising. So maybe that had to do with the kidney failure. And that was just another thing that was part of just her post. And like, hey, I'm in the hospital for kidney failure. Oh yeah, and I got into a car accident. I'm just trying to.
Yeah.
Things get blown up when it's like the game of telephone. Like this gets passed to this person and that person. It's like, oh, she was in a car accident and now she's in the hospital. Well, okay, all right. So she's got some what looks like bruising on her left side of her face.
I mean, it looks like somebody gave her a shiner, and yes, on her chin too. Not here so much, or
Dick, but right here. So doesn't look like she was bleeding or anything.
that was great. I don't think you're giving that enough air to breathe.
I'm trying to be sensitive to the person who is a victim of trying to be the only sensitive person on this podcast.
I'm sorry, but she might be. I mean, this is a big listen, and not to take away from everything that happened to her, which probably attributed to the fact that we got here with her. But there's a big fib that's been thrown out there, and why I can get upset about it is, and other people should be too, is it destroys her credibility. And
Well, it's not a fib. If you think about it, the way she said, like, what did she say? What was the post? I mean, if it's just a picture of her in the hospital, then it's a picture of her in the hospital. If that mark on her face, maybe I can't even tell. Is that a birthmark, maybe, or is it a bruise? Did she have?
It's a bruise. Yeah, it's a bruise.
It's a bruise. Okay. Does that happen with kidney failure? You have discoloration and.
I think you get yellow skinned, not so much like bruising like that, but I could be wrong about that too.
I don't know. So I can't really say there. I don't know. I can't account for the bruises. But if you say I'm in the hospital with kidney failure, and I was in an accident too, I mean that can get blown up into she was in a car accident and is now in the hospital. And I don't know about the 4 days to live. I'm guessing she's attributing that to the kidney failure, which is not a good diagnosis.
Yes, and even her publicist or whoever it was, or who's speaking to the media outlets like the Daily Beast has stuff and all the other Australian outlets and all this stuff. But whoever's talking to them walked that back and was like, well, she's in critical condition. So which is not great, but not, I have 4 days to live. Critical condition means you know.
So Bird says, liver failure, liver condition is jaundice, yellowing of the skin, all that stuff. But I don't know. Kidney failure, does that?
Maybe she does. I don't know. But I thought Paul says Ann thought she was Epstein. I did. I thought for sure somebody tried to take her out with this.
She probably was not even trying to make a big deal. She was just in her little Facebook group and it got blown out of proportion. And she wasn't trying. It seems like she wasn't trying to make a huge thing out of this, and then it got blown up.
Maybe. And I was terrified I was next to you, right? But I also think that she was going for sympathy, and now a lot of the stuff is starting to come out about her and her husband being estranged, and she did something to violate a restraining order put against her, so she's due back in court. So now everybody's theorizing that she was doing this to get sympathy points and see her kids, and
Well, to be fair, I mean, she was a Epstein victim. She's, you got to give some leeway to some people. I feel
she's gonna be a little messed up. Yeah, she's gonna be a little bit messed up in her life, no matter what. It's hard to come out.
Anybody's, so I gotta cut her a little slack here, a little bit. She didn't hurt anybody with this post or anything.
You ready for this? You know who's speaking up a little bit? All of a sudden, Prince Andrew's got a voice now. A friend of his, spoke to, I forget who it was. I forget what outlet it was, but they were like, oh, Prince Andrew wasn't surprised about this. She's been, making things up for you. I'm like, this guy has got just stay away.
Go away. Just fucking, I would not want to be his handler or whoever, but if I were his handler, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Hide away forever and be a memory. That's it. You're gone.
Yes.
And just live the rest of your life in the, you're gone. That's it. Yes. Don't stick your nose out from the shadows. You're done.
100%. That's why I don't believe it was a friend. I believe it was him or somebody he pays to call the newspaper, because it's his little let me peek my head. Oh, can I get out of this?
You know what?
Can I come back?
Then again, I might be speaking for the wrong. Poke your head up. Go ahead, keep talking. No, why am I trying to?
Why are you protecting him? Yeah, good point.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking. Keep sticking your face in the spotlight, and it'll come back to bite you in the ass. So have fun. Have fun in the spotlight, calling out victims and being a jerk. So let's see how well that works out for you.
If there was literally a way to find out the absolute truth, and we discovered that Virginia Giuffre lied about 99% of the things that she said, and that magical machine died just before we could reach that 100%. And it was a proven science. Everybody accepts that this machine is magical, can tell the truth. I would still believe that 1% was everything true that she said about Prince Andrew. Even if everything else was a lie, I would still believe all the things that she said Prince Andrew did to her because of that photograph that we saw and the fact that and the interview where he melted down and was just proven to be the second biggest creeper of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember. Are they still seeking any kind of legal thing, or is that all settled?
Yeah,
everything's settled with him.
Well, I don't know if you remember this. I was a little disappointed in her, but I understand. Like you said, you understand. She was gearing up to take him down, and was talking a massive game after Ghislaine got locked up, and all of a sudden, like it was like 13 days or something crazy. It was not a lot of time. She took a settlement. So I was like, it was fair. I'm not, I understand, but at the same time,
to just be over. I get it.
I was hoping that she would see it all the way through and just bury this guy for everybody else. But again, like I get it,
It's a certain point. You got to do what's right for,
Yeah, and after how long she's been going through it with all the stuff, it's just, I get it. I get tapping out. At a
certain point, she wants to live her life. It's not easy. It's not an easy decision, I'm sure, and she got to make it. And I hope nobody ever has to make that kind of a decision. But if you do, it's on you. The whole thing is on you, and it's not going to be an easy thing. So that's what it is. Are you muted? What happened to you?
Okay, got it now. Ready?
Okay.
Let me explain something to you. Okay. This is what countries are charging us in tariffs. Okay. And then this is a fun number that we put a bunch of numbers in ChatGPT and asked it to give us just another number. There's like a random.
Basically randomizer.
We went to one of those random number generator. No, what we did is, because we're America and we're the greatest country ever, we went to the Price is Right set and we spun the wheel.
Oh, that's fun.
And whatever it landed on is what we put.
See, there should be more wheels spinning. That if Trump brought out a huge wheel and just spun it every now and then, I think people would be more, like, see, this is kind of fun.
I got to tell you, people would love it. And I also feel like we might be a week away from that, ironically.
I feel like that's not far-fetched. A little game of Plinko to what tariffs are we going to put onto this country? And he drops it, ding, 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 and it lands into 20% tariffs.
Yeah.
I can't even, like, me, and you know how much I cannot stand this guy and his administration and all of his bullshit. And it just never ends. Yeah. And what I see on...
But with that said, you would still be excited about the prize wheel.
I'd be excited about the prize wheel. I would hate the outcome and the reason for the prize wheel. But for that brief 2 seconds, I'd be like, the prize wheel.
Yeah.
And then it would sink in. The reality of it would sink in, and I'd go, "Oh shit, this is stupid." But for like 2 seconds, I'd be like,
we should get a prize wheel. Let's see if we can get a prize wheel. We'll let everybody
get the best prize wheel. I'm gonna have someone build it, and I'm not gonna pay him for it. It's gonna be great.
Let's make it let's get gold, not a silver one. Get a gold one.
It's gonna be gold. It's gonna be the Trump wheel. It's gonna have my face on it. It's gonna be great.
Round and round it goes. What tariff we land on, nobody knows. Let's see. Let's spin it.
Big stupid orange wheel. So he does all this stuff. Now, you see these news clips of Fox News, and it just never, the ass kissing never ends. I mean, you could say this a million times a day. If Joe Biden, if Barack Obama, if Kamala Harris, if any Democratic president did this today and completely tanked the stock market by trillions of dollars, like what happened today, Fox News would bury that person. Would be like, are you kidding? Joe Biden and his terrible tariffs, and it tanked the stock market. But they were on today. What's her name? Judge Pirro.
Oh, she's the worst. Come on.
She
She's
goes,
the worst.
I don't care about my 401. She literally, I'm not verbatim, but I'm paraphrasing here. She's like, I don't care about my 401k. You know why? Because I trust this guy. I think it's gonna work out for us. Meanwhile, the stock market, they took you know how Fox always has the stock ticker running on the bottom of the fucking screen. They took it down today because it was a friggin' disaster. Trillions of dollars in the global stock market lost. And they're treating it like it's nothing. They don't care. Oh, it's just, you got to give it time. With any other president, it would be the worst disaster in history. It would be the end of, oh my God, we got to draw up articles of impeachment. This is the guy can't run he's too senile to run the country. Look what he did to the stock market. It's unbelievable. But no, they're kissing his ass, and it's like, so it's not, they're not even trying to disguise it as anything else. It's so, I don't care what he does. I will put it. It's the literal, and when you say it, it's like a cliche at this point, but it's a literal cult to where I don't care what he says. I don't care what he does. I don't care if he hurts me financially, economically, when our standing on the global stage. I don't care what he does. I will follow this man into the pits of hell. It's like it's insanity how they can't just criticize the guy and say something negative. I'm all for everything's positive, but when you bash the shit out of Biden for 4 years, and Biden kind of steadied the economy and brought it back from disaster from COVID, and now Trump literally just fucking tanked the whole thing in one day, and you don't say a word about it? How is that news? You're not even pretending anymore. How does anybody trust that person to tell them anything?
I like how Paul called Janine Pirro Judge Box One. Judge Box One. Hey,
I'm not bashing anybody for enjoying their wine, whatever. I'm sitting here drinking a margarita, but I'm just it's mind-boggling how people how the hypocrisy is just it's mind-boggling. It really is. Not only that, so today he drops these tariffs, the stock market completely tanks. Not only that, that's not even half the story. The other half of the story is there are 4 dead American soldiers coming back from overseas, and traditionally, the president meets the heroes, the fallen heroes, at the airport when their bodies are brought back. There's a term for it. It's escaping me at the moment. It's just a sign of respect. The president meets them at the airport. It's a sign of respect. He skipped that to play in a golf tournament today. I'll just let that breathe for a little bit. Just going to let that sit in the air for a bit.
Okay. Are you sure?
Pretty darn.
Okay.
What? Sure what?
No, I don't know. Are you sure that no other president has missed it? I feel like I remember a story like this where somebody
People might miss it. People might miss it. Sure.
Oh, but you're saying
I don't know what the reasons are.
A good reason. Gotcha.
I don't know but he went to go golf. He went to Florida to golf. It's Friday, so it's the weekend. So why wouldn't he have the whole weekend off as president? You only work 4 days a week is the whole thing. You work Tuesday to Friday.
All right. Let me say this. It's a golf tournament at his golf course, I believe. Does that do anything?
Sorry, golf tournament. I have important presidential business to do.
But he's hosting. It's like, it would be like if I went to your house to hang out, for a party, but you were off you were off like consoling, lost soldier families, and I'm just sitting at your party. Is that right?
I'll invite you to come with me. You come with me, and we'll go to the thing together.
I just didn't know if there was any leeway there.
I go to the welcome the soldier. Welcome to meet the fallen heroes at the airport to agreed, to be there for their arrival. It's not a long ceremony. You go there, the caskets get brought off the plane. The president and all of his people are around watching, and they pay their respect. It's basically just a respectful few minutes that.
I'm just saying it's also disrespectful to have people over your house and then you're not there.
Yeah, you're not stopping them from playing golf, is what I'm saying. They can still play golf without you there.
Got it. Okay, good. Got it. All right, just wanted to make sure. Jay Sams is here, which is nice.
The expert on tariffs.
Dude, that's true. Jay Sams, gather around, kids. Jay Sams is going to break down the whole tariff thing for us. It's going to be great.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I would love a little kid to do that too. Just to hand a kid the poster and be like, "Here, explain this to the class." See if we can figure this out.
Exactly.
If it's Trump poster, if it's his poster, he could probably figure it out. The kid.
What kid? What?
Huh?
If it's Trump's poster, the kid could probably figure it out.
Oh,
it's probably written in crayon anyway.
Stop it.
No, fuck you.
6.4 trillion wiped out in 2 days. Dow is down 2,200 points. It's a very tough time to be a Trump supporter in these couple of days. But let me ask you a question. Are you worried or not that Judge Box Wine could wind up being right eventually in the long term? Like, these things are, well, it didn't work the last time we tried this thing prior to or just after the Great Depression. I can't remember. But that being said, if done the right way, it could wind up working out in our favor. You have any fear of that?
What makes you say if done the right way? What's the right way?
I mean, a lot of things have to go really well for the current administration for this to happen. But the right way would be what he's been pontificating about, which is the fees will be so high that everybody will find it easier to just move manufacturing and production to the United States, and business and jobs and everything will be better in the long run.
Or they'll stop doing business with the United States.
Or that could happen. To Frank's point, I will say that part of the tariffs on China seems to have ruined, or at least for now, put on hold the deal for TikTok. Supposedly, the president negotiated a deal for TikTok, and because the tariffs were levied, China is now walking away from that deal because of what he did with the tariffs.
And notice what country was not tariffed? Russia.
Russia didn't get a tariff thing? Was that a misprint? Was that a mistake? Did somebody just leave it off the list?
Not a single tariff. But so every economic expert, there isn't a single person besides Trump and his people, his cabinet, I guess, that is saying that tariffs are a good idea.
Well, are we doing business with Russia? Could that be why?
I was gonna say, do we do business with them?
We do. We import and export stuff. We don't know what it's like with the war. I'm sure there are economic sanctions that were in place with Biden. I don't know if they were lifted or not.
No, I know what it is. Russian salad dressing.
No, really. What do we get from them?
No, well, we can't get that anywhere else, Janine. Don't be silly. Come on.
What else? What else do we get from them?
I can't look it up because I'm talking on my phone, so I can't go away from this screen. But we do business. We do business with almost every country. I mean, it's not,
Yeah, I'll say this. I'm surprised at some of these countries that got tariffed, including Malaysia and Cambodia, who you would think, I don't know what it is about Cambodia. I know they've had some struggles. I wouldn't think we'd be tariffing those people, or that they're.
Did you hear about
us.
I forget that. I don't know the name of it, but there's an island that Trump tariffed that has 0 people on it and just penguins.
Oh, the Penguin Island. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a country. I guess it's a country, but no one lives on it. It
doesn't have people.
No one lives on it. It's an island, and the only population on it is penguins. And it was on the list.
Okay. Here's some other places. Singapore, which I feel like the last time we heard from Singapore, that dude got caned. Remember, like 30 years ago? Yeah, that was a thing. Let me see. Israel, I was kind of surprised. Israel got tariffed because Netanyahu's like coming back and they got the whole thing, the war, whatever. But he was like, nope, getting that. Epstein's Island was tariffed, ironically. Christella, thanks for that. Yeah, I put a little tariff on Epstein's Island.
Oh, and it's weird. You'd think he wouldn't want to. The Penguin Island is called McDonald Island. You think he wouldn't? He seems to be a big fan of McDonald's, so I don't think I would imagine he wouldn't want to cut business with that.
Well, there's the confusion. Somebody went, anybody want lunch? And he goes, McDonald's. And then somebody just wrote that down as they were making the poster.
They just kept, yep, got it, McDonald's. Yeah. Okay, next.
I'm watching Janine's kids off camera, off screen, green room style. I don't know if she wants me to put them out to the world or not. I didn't think that was a good move.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I looked like for a second, I thought the kids took her phone too. I wasn't entirely sure, but then I saw her there.
Well, we haven't heard from Janine in a while, so.
Yeah, no. She's, I see her. She's
people in the chat. If you could verify for me that we do trade business with Russia. I'm pretty sure we do, but they were not tariffed. So please let me know if you could look it up. If we do trade business with Russia, that would be helpful. I'm pretty sure we do, but I don't want to
writing all the good jokes on the show. Now you want them to do the research too? Jesus Christ!
I figure this is a free show. I gotta pull their weight a little bit here.
All right, here's some of the other places. Turkey.
I think because he thinks, anything named after food, we're gonna
McDonald's today. Donald, have some turkey.
If it was a fried chicken, then I wouldn't tariff it. But it's a turkey, it's healthier.
Columbia University, actually, not Columbia, the country.
Did they spell it right this time? Last time they said Columbia, it was spelled wrong.
Jordan, Dominican Republic. Now the Dominican Republic. I mean, this is a tiny little island,
and this doesn't hurt them as much as it's going to hurt us.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to pay the difference.
I don't see Australia on here. I do not see Australia. It was probably just too far away. I see New Zealand, so that's out. No Australia. Australia is... Oh, nope, never mind. Sorry, 10%.
10%.
Now, see, Australia should be next to New Zealand. That's ridiculous. Ecuador, Honduras, Madagascar, Myanmar, and it says Burma. Is that how...
It's Burma now, I think, right?
Yeah. Elaine.
No, Elaine. That was gibberish.
Tunisia, which is just fun. I'm just going to say all the countries that are fun to say. Tunisia, Kazakhstan, Serbia.
Ooh, okay.
Saudi Arabia, El Salvador. Oh, okay, this one. Oh, Laos, and Botswana.
Laos.
Yeah.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba, Caribbean, Grenada, El Salvador, too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda, Bahamas, Tobago, San Juan, Paraguay, Uruguay, Suriname, and French Guiana, Barbados, and Guam. There's more to it, but I can't get into that.
Wow. Is that Animaniacs?
That's Animaniacs.
Wow. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Live performance, not rehearsed.
That's how I know my state capitals, too.
God, that is how long you been holding on to that for? Jesus.
It's been a while. It's a lot of crap up here. You don't know. It's just waiting. All the crap is on deck, and it's just waiting to come out.
Yeah, you don't know what Russia imports. That's unbelievable to me.
I only got room for so much. I can't. The important stuff is up here, like the first half of an Animaniacs song.
All right, now Sarah says we import inorganic chemicals, fertilizer. By the way, when she said inorganic, I started reading ignorance, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be really funny. Until I realized I misread it, and then precious stones, minerals, cereal.
Probably the grain.
Oh, okay. Steel and I was gonna say, is that where Wheaties is from? Let me know, because
I don't think we're importing boxes of like Lucky Charms. I think it's the cereal grain like wheat.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna clip that. Frank just going off on Animaniacs for sure. All right, here's one country that is on the list, Frank, that I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce
Okay.
this.
What am I? Côte d'Ivoire.
What is that right? Because that doesn't sound
That's
right.
the Ivory Coast.
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure that's made up. I'm pretty sure that was an incorrect. You know, when sometimes spell check just incorrectly spell checks you, or autocorrect when you're typing. That seems like an autocorrect mistake.
Oh, and I guarantee you, Trump didn't write this list. There's no way he was like, "Oh, let's Côte d'Ivoire. Let's go for them."
He's the president. He doesn't write anything except his name.
True.
They don't have to write anything anymore. Although I'll tell you what, I am jealous of Trump a little bit. I want to get the guy who always reads out what the executive order is. I've just been dreaming about that.
You just want to sign something and hold it up and be like, "See?"
Yeah, I do. But I want to go.
Stupid signature.
I want to go to a restaurant, take the menu, and hand it to a guy and be like, "Tell them what I like. Explain how I like my steaks done. Go ahead," and just have the guy just read off all the instructions.
Everybody else at the restaurant's like,
"What's going on?
What's happening here?
Does he have a guy? I just want a guy to be able to just explain what I've already talked about behind the scenes to people. You know, that's what I want.
That would be nice. You need a guy. You need an assistant.
Yeah.
You need what was his name in Seinfeld? The intern.
Was it Jordan? Gerald?
No, it was Derek.
And because of Derek, we might get that. Yeah,
I think it's Derek. And with Derek's help, we'll get that chicken.
Yeah, no, I want a guy, and I want to do. You have to admit, Trump is hilarious. Like the guy's just yapping away, and he's just like,
oh yeah,
he's making faces like he's hearing it.
It would be funny if this was a reality show or a game show. If he wasn't the president of the United States, I'd be laughing.
It'll be fine. Let's be honest. The 6.4 trillion, we were just dragging that around. Now we're a lot lighter and more nimble. We can get to that deficit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't have that whole 6.4 more trillion dollars weighing us down now. You know?
Yeah, we don't have to see. Everybody was worried about their 401ks. Now that they're non-existent, one less thing to worry about.
Yeah. I do. All kidding aside, if they
Darren, thank you. People in the chat.
Darren,
Christella and Robin, thank you. It's Darren.
If this stuff goes down poorly, it's not going to be good for anybody. It's setting up. Because I'll tell you what,
that's not going to be good for business. That's not going to be good for anybody.
We're really
bad chicken man mess you up.
We're at like 8 Seinfeld references at this point. But yeah, no, it's the worst thing. The thing that I was afraid of was that he was going to do all this, lose in 4 years, and then somebody was going to come in and reverse it, and that's even worse because it's like then we're just in this constantly like fluctuate. We just can't get anything right. But I didn't think he was actually going to come through with this as much as he did in the grand scheme of what he did, but he did. And
why wouldn't you think that? I mean, the one thing I'll give him is he does, like, he didn't hide this. He said he was going to do it.
Follow through with
it. He said he was going to tariff. Oh, my biggest thing is tariffs. I love the word tariff. He's a flaming idiot, but when he said he was going to do tariffs, everybody's, I don't know why everybody's shocked when he did it. But what's shocking is that it immediately had this huge negative effect. And we're all gonna have to pay more on products now, on whatever gets imported. That tariff gets paid by us. You think the company, you think your supermarket is gonna pick up the slack on that? They're gonna just add $3 to whatever it is, and then now your cereal is, instead of being $5.99, is gonna be $8.99, and now you're screwed.
It makes me think though. I wonder if companies that are just super local are gonna thrive in this time. Like not to say that
well, they get their stuff. Where are they getting their stuff? I mean, if it's local stuff, sure. Maybe local farms, maybe. But even the small businesses maybe will get a little boost. I don't know how that works, but I know that anything imported, it's gonna be a problem now. And that's, I don't know what the percentages are on how much of our economy versus what we make here.
Yeah.
But I have to imagine it's a huge part. What we get imported and what we export is a huge part of our economy. So that's not.
Trade is a big deal. I'll say this. I want to say two things. One on topic, one off topic. The on topic thing is if it doesn't, let's just going by what we have. Okay. If Trump, since he came in, has had momentum, he's been the darling, right? All the ICE raids and everything. It went over way, way better than we thought it would, especially from left leaning media. Then a couple of shows ago, I said something. I talked about his numbers are starting to slide on this. His numbers are starting to slide on that, but people are still in on the his immigration policies. There was 2 or 3 policies that had his approval rating had slid on immigration. It was still up and still over 50%. This today, April 4th, 2025, I think he has lost all momentum. Like, I think any bit of benefit of the doubt that he was getting, I think the media darling stuff, he was getting the benefit of the doubt. Things were swinging a little bit more his way than they were. I think that stops today because nobody is happy with a 2,200 point dip, 6.4 trillion gone.
Well, nobody's happy about that.
And I'm sorry, just let me wrap it up.
Please.
In the next week, 2 or 3, when some of these imports really, I know the tariffs are instant, but when it really hits, and people are really needing to adjust pricing, what is that going to look like for them and in the administration? How are they going to handle that? I'm curious as all shit, because you are really going to that leniency you talked about for Fox News today. I don't know if that's going to be there in 2 to 3 weeks if this goes as bad as it could possibly go short term.
Yeah, because you have these businesses that rely on bringing stuff in. Are they going to last? How long are they going to hold out? How many businesses are going to go out of business because they can't get product anymore, or they're charging too much for it? But what you're saying about immigration, his criteria for these raids, that's a big, the whole raid idea was flawed from the beginning because he's treating anybody.
Can we not go into the raid stuff?
We don't have to go into it, but I'm saying, all right. So we disagree on the raid. I get it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the thing you can't disagree on is the approval rating of these things from polls, and that showed that it was still strong in that area.
I don't know what the polls say, but I don't agree with them. But the polls say what the polls say.
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to get that. Like, you could see nothing changed. What he's done in the last 48 hours did not change that. Did not change immigration policy. I wonder if immigration. What I'm saying is, I wonder if immigration policy starts to slide too because of how bad the economy part of this could be for him. That's all I was trying to say. I do have another non-point with this. Can I say it quickly?
Non-point?
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe not everybody cares about this, but Alexander Ovechkin just tied Wayne Gretzky for the most goals by a player in a career. Ironically enough, and I don't know if there's still more game left. I'm going to check the clock, but they did it in the same amount of games played.
Really?
Yes, the same amount of games played. They both scored the same amount of goals, which is
the game still going?
I believe it is. I'm going.
So he could pass him in the same amount of games.
He technically could. Yeah, I would imagine. I don't know. Judging by what time it is, they might be close to the third end of the game.
And we're only. We're not in the middle of the season. We're in the third quarter of the season, I guess.
Yeah, it's basically coming down to an end.
But so he's going to pass Gretzky all time. He's
going to do it. Yeah, he's going to do it. There's 11 minutes left in the game.
And Gretzky's number 1, right? He's going to be number 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there's 11 minutes left, and Ovechkin has 2 goals already. So,
boom.
Kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing. It's the same amount of games. Because
what are the odds of that? That's weird.
Yeah, because that was the whole big controversy. Remember with Roger Maris and Babe Ruth and the home run record and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Maris did it in a couple more games, and they considered it a different record. And that was going to be the case with Ovi because it was the most career goals. He would have done it in more games, but it turns out he tied Gretzky in the same amount of games, which is amazing.
That is amazing. So
that's crazy.
I mean, it's going the way it goes, knock on wood, and barring anything unforeseen, Ovechkin will surpass Gretzky in I guess the same amount of seasons.
It'll be. Well, I don't even. Yeah,
I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, it would be because, well, Gretzky played that many games in his career, so he will technically have, I guess, more games.
So, hey, good for him. I mean, and he could do it theoretically in this game. So who knows?
That would be amazing if he did. I would be so grateful because he is coming up to an island. He's going to be playing the Islanders, and you don't want to be the team that he breaks the fucking record on.
If you're there, it's a cool thing to see.
I guess so. So. Last thing, and looks like we got Erin C in the building already. That's great. Hello, Erin C.
Hi, I don't know what the Bill Burr thing is, but my sister loves him, so I want to be front and center for when you tell me. Don't tell me it's bad. It's bad.
Call your sister. Tell her to watch. It's going to be magical.
Okay, good. Thanks.
It's going to be magical. Credit to
Ovechkin.
Nicholas Bollasy. What a name. Nicholas Bollasy. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Bollasy. Boom. Hey, Bollasy. Love Jim Blossoms. So Burr is on some red carpet for, I think, a Conan thing, whatever.
Okay.
And this reporter starts asking about like Tesla and all this stuff, and fucking Bill Burr just tears into her and another reporter, puts them in their place, I feel, and gives like the greatest answer ever. Here, take a listen to this.
I was reading up, that perhaps you've been supportive of what he did. What is your take on that?
If you were reading up, I don't think you read up on it. Because I said what I felt about it, and I said what a lot of people said.
Some people took it that way. So could you clarify what you think?
No, I'm not going to just have some controversial moment so you can get clicks. I'm not doing that. I mean, I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you going to bring up next? The Middle East? I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just
what do you think about global warming?
You said about Elon that he was ruining Earth. I saw on The View. You're critical of him. What do you think of all the boycotts, like even the violence?
I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. I watch Instagram. I watch people wipe out on motorcycles. I watch lions and hyenas fight each other. This is the things that I do. And I don't think you should be asking a comedian. You're a journalist.
Comedians are on top of current events.
No. That's weak. That's you guys passing the buck. You guys need to have balls again, which you don't. You guys always goes, should we be thinking this? Duh. You guys present stuff like that. You guys used to have balls. You need to get your balls back. And it's not my job. I am a dancing clown.
Tell us about your reaction to Luigi and
I 100%. That's great.
Right.
Now, I agree. They're allowed to have they have their opinions, and they're very influential. So you can't. There's a thing where like people, what's his name? Like Jon Stewart. Very educated on what's going on, also a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
So that you can balance the two. And I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of people that are like, Jon Stewart could run for president. He knows what he's talking about. He fights for people and the whole thing. So I wouldn't discount comedians as like, because they're right. A lot of comedians are, depending on the person, depending on the comedian. But I love the fact that who's this reporter? I mean, if he's like from, Highlights Magazine, hey, I don't know what, I'm from Joe Schmo Media. I'm not going to interview the president. I'm interviewing Bill Burr. I'm getting your opinion on this. So if he's like calling out Joe Schmo from Highlights Magazine, you're not going to get like the, get your balls back highlights magazine. So I don't know what publication this reporter is from.
Yeah, but I think he's right though, because he's like saying, like, she was like, the first one was like, I read your reaction to the Luigi Mangione thing. What did you think? And he's like, well, if you read my reaction, then you know my reaction.
You know what I think.
You know what I think?
Yeah, that's true. So it's like you just want it on your platform. I get, yeah. So he called that out, which is correct. But he's right. I mean, he's not here to do a debate or anything. He's not here to talk about. He's here for a specific event, and that's
yeah.
He's here for. I don't even know what he's there for. Conan's what? I don't even know what.
I don't even. Yeah, Conan got. I know he just got the Mark Twain, so maybe it was that. I really don't know.
Okay, so ask him about his time with Conan. Ask him about, you surprised anything like that with having to do with the show or whatever. But if you're asking about like stuff, I mean, I get it. This might be the only chance you get to talk to Bill Burr in the next couple of months or whatever. But there's,
But he's right though. Ask him something different. He already got a reaction to that. You want to ask him a non-Conan or event-related question? Ask him something different.
No, I agree. And I'm here for Conan. I'm not. He's getting the Mark Twain Award. That's what he's doing. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I went to 3 years summer school. I'm not qualified.
Right.
Not qualified.
My sister loved when you do that.
How good is his material though? While taking himself down in the middle of this, while taking them down simultaneously.
Yeah. No, he nails himself pretty good.
He's like, I'm an idiot, and you're an even bigger idiot for asking the idiot questions.
Yeah. What do you care about what I think about this? Like, does that change your opinion about what you think about it?
Wait, we have to skip though and replay the part. I love when he goes from one to the other. Wait, watch what he does.
I mean, I'm here for Conan. I'm not doing all of this. What are you gonna bring up next? The Middle East. I went to summer school 3 out of 4 years in high school. I'm not qualified to talk about this.
I was just.
What do you think about global warming?
What do you think about global warming? That's fucking funny. That made me laugh. I wanted to share that with everybody. All right, Frankie C. Erin C is here. We got the good C. It's like the Schwartz. There's two sides to all the C's.
Yeah, she gets the good C. I get the Frankie C.
Do we have the Queen of Hearts?
Oh, do we need her? I don't. Yeah.
It's a continuation from last week.
I thought that was your responsibility.
Is it okay if I tell a story about how my night's been? It'll be quickish.
Yes. Wait, before you do that though, did you watch? Don't lie to me now. Did you guys watch the John Mulaney clip that I sent you? That was like 12 minutes long.
No, and I'm sorry. We should have. I'm sorry.
I had no intention of doing it.
But it's been an evening.
Frank's like, fuck you. I was never clicking on that for the second.
You want me to watch 12 minutes? I'm not. You're lucky if I click on it and it says 30 seconds that I stick around for the whole 30 seconds.
Well, wait, did I send that to you today or yesterday? I'm pretty sure it was yesterday.
Yesterday. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I don't think it matters.
What a good friend I am and how my efforts are always rebuffed.
Have you ever watched anything I've sent you?
Yes, I have.
All right, that's true. That's I'll give you that.
Watch
all right. I may have dropped the ball on this one, but that's I'll watch it after the show.
Don't act like you're nice now. You aren't. You're not nice.
I'm not.
Your wife's nice. Erin, what happened to you today? Is it a day or a week? What did you have? A bad day? Bad week?
It's been a week, but it just culminated in tonight. So I'm trying to make this short, but I do have to explain some things.
You don't have to. I gotta know where to go.
All right. There's train stations where we live.
Yes.
And okay, so before I start, now Nate Bargatze has this, if you don't know him, he's a wonderful comedian. And he has this bit of like when your parents have to pass the torch for you and like we're not ready, but like you're getting these signs that they're not willing or able to like lead anymore,
Okay.
Yeah, like the parents are no longer able to lead the family now and it's up to you.
Got it.
He's like, my dad wore my mom's pants to a funeral. Like I have to start making their decisions and stuff. And my mom is awesome. and my dad is sick with COVID, so she's taking care of him, and her birthday is tomorrow. So by all intents and purposes, I should not be picking on her, but I got to tell this story. So we have train stations, and our train station in our town doesn't have if you don't have to have a permit to park there during the weekend, but you do have to have a but where I grew up, rules are different. So I want to park there tomorrow. They're parking, and I don't know if you need a permit to park for the weekend. So I write my mom a text, and I write, "Do you need a parking permit to park at this station that she lives in?" And she writes back, "No permit needed." And I go, "Great." So she calls right before the show starts. She texts me, "Call me so I tell you where to park tomorrow." So I call her and I go, where am I? I thought I was parking at the station. She goes, "No, you need a permit." I go, "You text no permit needed." She goes, "Oh, I thought you were talking about the place where Daddy and I parked to avoid the permit." And I'm like, why would I ask about that place if it needed a permit? Like, it's just so crazy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she said no permit needed. And I think that's what she meant to say.
It was a matter of punctuation.
Yeah.
I meant that the permit wasn't needed for this special place that I park in. And I was like, why the hell would I don't even know about that place. Why would I ask about it? And if I did ask about it, why would I ask if you needed a permit for the place that you hide from the permit people? Oh, so then I text my friend who lives there, and I'm like, "Do you guys know?" And she goes, "I don't know, but here's the number for the town's non-emergency line for the police department. They'll know." So of course I can't do it. So I make Frank call, and this woman answers and goes, "Hello."
Wait. Why can't you call the police department? Because I
don't call people. That's our marriage. I do things and he does things, and I don't call businesses, and I don't call people that aren't my friends. I don't.
That's like your flat rule. You're not on the phone with people.
Pretty much, right?
He's got phone duties.
I usually handle the I have to call a plumber, call a repair guy, call this.
Anybody, really.
When it comes to calling a business that has to do something, insurance or whatever.
I always think they're going to be mean to me, and most times they're not. Ever since the thing of like Yelp and the internet, where you can like tell on people, they're nicer. I feel, but I still don't. And this one is like, "Hello," and Frank's like, "Hi, is it the police department?" And she's like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh, thank God I didn't call. Thank God I didn't call."
I go. She the first thing she says is hello. You think someone at the police department?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hello, like I'm calling someone's house.
Yeah.
And I go, "Is this the non-emergency police line?" Yes. Oh, okay. Maybe say that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't call, because I would have been like, "What's your name? What's your badge number? You're going to be, you're going to be a crossing guard by the time I'm done with you." So anyway, that's why we were, crazy.
Okay. See, Cuddles and I split calls, but like I do plumber.
You're a liar. You're flat out lying.
It's not a lie.
You are lying to the people right now.
I do the plumbing. I do the gritty
nothing.
man stuff. She
You
does
do nothing.
She does finance, insurance. Like the way you got insurance duty, Frank. Like we can't trust the man in this relationship with insurance duty. I will not be
To be fair, Erin and I kind of split insurance a little bit. I handle the renewing the car insurance, but if we have to submit a claim,
she does the paperwork.
The paperwork is Erin. Yeah.
So is the split? She's paperwork, your calls.
I guess so.
Yeah, I just don't like calling people.
Why is it? Yeah, I was gonna say you just don't like talking to people on the phone.
Yeah, and you know what, Frank? I swear by the end of the week, I might have to add some family members to the people you have to call.
I'll call everybody. I don't mind talking to people. I'm fine.
All right, that's pretty good.
I just can't believe. So, yeah.
Do you need a permit? Did she tell you?
She said no, but the woman on the phone from the police department. But I know that she's just, you didn't look it up. She couldn't bother to say what.
It was I feel like I called my aunt, and she was like, "Yeah, no, you don't need it." Yeah. I'm like, "Are you sure?" And she's like, "Yeah, what do you think?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm not even sure I called the right number. I feel like I called the wrong number, and they were just humoring me.
Yeah. Did she call you sweetie? What do you need, sweetie? What can I do for you?
No, that is more effort than what this lady gave me. This lady gave me
next week's game. is the price is right. How much is the ticket that we got from parking in this
Yep.
parking lot?
Do you want to laugh?
Because we didn't have a permit. Sorry for cutting you off, Frank.
Before Cuddles was out, she was out. So she goes, do you really want this? Somebody said Plinko before. We were talking about Wheel of Fortune and Plinko. Yeah, there's a Plinko game at Costco. And I threatened my family. I was like, if anybody sees this at a Costco, you got to buy it for me. So I got a text from Dee today. She's like, do you really want the Plinko thing? I said, why is my aunt at the store? And Dee Cuddles can attest to this. How fast did I turn on the Plinko game? In
Very.
text? Yeah.
What do you mean? You didn't get it?
I was like, tell her to get it. We'll pay. We'll give her the money. It's no problem.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, maybe it's a waste. Is it a waste? And then I was like, it's a waste. Tell her I don't want it. We'll take, okay. How much would you pay for Plinko? Not real actual size Plinko, but like comes up to under your chest, comes up to your stomach.
Wait,
So from the floor,
Plinko.
like a 3 foot, 4 foot high thing?
Yes, but you have to remember that anything that really comes into this house ends up missing pieces and breaking within the first few weeks because of our
Yeah.
offspring.
But he's asking how much I would pay.
Okay, so that's different then. Okay,
If it's coming into my house
Yes. How much would you pay for something like this?
for a Plinko game like that, is it good quality or is it like is it going to fall apart after
it's
like
from Costco.
It's from
Is
Costco.
it like the Plinko brand or is it like Costco? Is it like
No.
Kirkland? Does it say
No.
Kirkland at the top?
It's Plinko brand.
I would pay $95.
Motherfucker.
You looked up the price.
How did I look up the price?
Are you for real? You looked
I'm
up the
not-
price.
I have no way to do that. I'm talking to you on my cell phone. I don't have a computer.
But
near me.
you know it. You saw it.
I know the
before.
price of Plinko at Costco. And the off chance you were going to bring it up tonight.
You
What's the matter with you?
Did I send it to you in the friend chat though? Maybe that's why.
It was in
No,
the
I
middle
don't
of the
know.
John Mulaney video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
that's
that
right.
the price?
We know John Mulaney didn't fucking talk about it.
Close
That's for
to it.
sure.
Was it what, $98?
Yeah, well, I saw $94.99, but on this, I just looked it up. It says $99.
So what did I say, $95? $95.99?
Yeah, the price
That's
you
a good
said
price.
though was the price I thought. Look,
That's
it's a legit Plinko
Can you
game.
zoom in? I can't even. There we go.
Where are we putting it?
Where aren't you putting it?
Bend over and I'll show you.
I knew that was coming.
Oswald. God.
Oh, that's good. How long have you been holding on to that one? All right.
For a while.
See, no, that's gold right there,
I mean,
Jerry.
it looks
Gold.
like a
It's
plastic
actually-
toy set for kids, but it looks fucking awesome. It's got
Mm.
lights and shit.
It's
Well,
electronic.
We'll be missing a piece in a week, so let's go.
Well, yeah, that's true.
See, that's a good game. That's a fun time for the whole family right there.
Yeah. Okay. Now, all right, we're gonna play this game, but
Okay, sorry. Here we go.
the
Doing all right?
the Washington Capitals
Yeah.
were winning the game 4-3. Ovechkin's got 2 goals, 1 away from breaking the record.
Oh no way!
The Blackhawks are down a goal. What do teams do, Frank, when you're down a goal?
You pull the goalie.
Pull the goalie to get an extra skater. The Blackhawks are in no way close to making a playoff. So winning this game for them is useless. But they still pulled the goalie.
Well, you still want to win the game. You want your record to be somewhat something.
Another Washington Capital put the puck in the net. Alexander Ovechkin was not out there for the empty net.
Why wouldn't you
Oh.
play him the whole rest of the game?
I mean,
What's
if
their
there's
next game?
there's still a minute and a half left in this game. I don't know.
You blame Chicago. I blame the coach for not having Ovechkin on the ice the whole time, the
What
last
if-
half of the game.
What
Is
if
their next game a home? Are they home or are they away?
he just whipped a wrist shot that just missed, so he almost did it anyway.
Oh
I don't know if he wanted off the ice or he didn't want to do it to an empty net. I don't know.
Oh, that would have been weird if he imagine he passed Gretzky's
With an empty net.
milestone with an empty netter. That would have been weird.
I wouldn't have pulled my goalie if I was Chicago.
Why?
I don't know. Because
No, you wouldn't have wanted him to. If you were Chicago, you'd pull your goalie
to try and win the game.
Yeah, why wouldn't going into? So if you went into the game, so before the first, what happened?
He just missed it again. He was in the slot and just missed.
So before the first period started, before the puck dropped, you're going in going, I don't care if we win this game.
No, I think once you give up 2 goals, I would be like, I'm not giving.
They're only down by 1, right?
No, but I would sacrifice this game to not be the trivia answer is who's the team that he scored the surpassing goal. And
why not? There's no such thing as bad publicity.
Oh, that's bad publicity.
That's not bad.
All right.
Don't listen to him. Frank, don't listen to him.
I rarely listen to him.
I don't, and I'm married to him.
All right,
Good.
Erin, we're ready for this game. Queen of Hearts.
Okay, so for those of you who joined last week, we had this game where I did like a March Madness, even though it's April now, bracket thing where it's the best Disney movie. And what we do is I give you 2 movies, and then you pick the better one. Tell it in the chat. Anthony and Frank can talk it over, but the final vote goes to whom I'm calling our Queen of Hearts is Cuddles for this game. She gets to pick she's the deciding vote, and whatever Cuddles says goes. And then, so last time half of the bracket got down to 1, and it was Frozen. So the winner of this bracket will go against Frozen, and we'll crown a best Disney movie for the AOA population. So is everyone ready for the first 2?
Yes.
I am ready. I have to say though, I'm not happy with the Frozen outcome. But okay, I'm willing to accept it.
Yeah, well, if you remember, the King of Hearts didn't have much say.
Yeah, the King of Hearts didn't fare too well.
No. Plus you're not married to Cuddles. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So the first 2 are Disney princesses, Snow White or Sleeping Beauty.
Snow White or Sleeping Beauty. I gotta go Snow
And we're
White.
doing the animated only, no live action films tonight.
Damn it! I was gonna say which one is which one's pro-Israel and anti.
You're an ass. Which one voted for which one wanted the tariffs? And which one? Are there tariffs on apples? On poison apples?
Can I just tell you, this
No.
is offensive.
What?
Because we have a lot of clips going. There's a lot of comments coming in. A lot of people calling us old white guys. Isn't that offensive? We
kind of are.
No, come
You
on.
are old.
All right, if I'm an old white guy, then what's my father?
An older white guy.
Wait, is this because of the Plinko?
No, I don't know. It just reminded me. I just
Don't let comments.
I never
people
do.
are going to comment. You can't let them get to you. People are going to comment out of context, and they're going to be jerks, and the people are going to call you whatever. And
Yeah,
you can't let anybody get to you. And
I never do, but because a lot of people are like these sexist assholes. A lot of people are like these racist assholes. But the ones that are like, who are these old white guys? I'm like, a lot of people are saying that. That's
that one
You
sticks
don't
with
like
you.
the old
Yeah.
part.
Well, I know I'm not a racist, and I know I'm not a sexist. I have a harder time making that argument that I'm not an old white guy. I'm trying to make it. I can't
It
dispute
gets
the
harder and
wonderful.
harder every year.
Yeah,
To make that argument.
but we got to get darker. I got to, I don't know. The grays are becoming a problem, I feel.
Anyway,
Go
I
ahead.
have to go Snow White with this one because Sleeping Beauty, I feel like that story could be told in about 5 seconds. I feel like she pricked her finger on a thing and she's sleeping, and I feel like the Snow White story is much more well known.
Yeah.
It's more popular. You got the dwarfs in there. Sleeping Beauty, there was witches, and the family was cursed. There's a spinning wheel. I can't get involved. I think the Snow White thing a little more popularity, and a little more to it. So I'm going Team Snow White here.
I'm with you too. I'm going. I'm Team Vanna White. I like the turning, the dresses, the whole package.
What the hell are you talking about?
She said Sleeping Beauty or Vanna White.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think Vanna White all the way.
Yeah, thanks. Cuddles? Oh,
Okay,
wait, do we-
sorry. I just have a child down here with me. Okay.
The question is Sleeping Beauty or Jack White?
What? No,
Oh.
I like Snow White.
Okay.
Snow White.
So Snow White. Everybody's going Snow White. Any Sleeping Beauty fans out there?
Look at that comment. Snow White inspired my whore face.
Good Lord, how?
Oh my God.
That's a story I think we all need to hear.
I mean, a single woman shacked up with 7 guys. Is that
That-
maybe that's it. Yeah, that's good. That good call.
all right?
Cuck White. That's good.
Is it
White?
me, or I feel like the dwarves are getting somewhat taken advantage? How are they all living in one cabin, one bedroom, but they run their own diamond mine? Someone's taking advantage of the dwarves here.
That's pretty
Tariffs.
funny. Tariffs.
Tariffs. There's a tariff on never or faraway land or whatever the hell they're living in.
Mm-hmm.
Faraway land. All right. So Snow White wins round 1. The second one is Alice in Wonderland or The Sword and the Stone.
Oh, that's tough.
This is not tough.
Mm-mm.
This is a walk-off.
Oh, you're going to say Alice in Wonderland, but Sword in the Stone is very underrated. You got Merlin the Magician is in there, who's classic. Merlin. I mean, come on. Then you got Mad Madam Mim, who's fucking hysterical. So
Archimedes the Owl.
Archimedes the Owl. So you're going off of
Facts.
feel-
Culture.
I mean, to be fair, every single person, with the exception of one character, other than Snow White, not Snow White, what's her name? Alice in Alice in Wonderland, is a complete jerk.
Everybody
Think about all the characters in Alice in Wonderland. Every single one of them tells Alice the wrong thing, jerks her around all over the place, takes her in different directions. I mean, just pretty much messing with her the whole time. There's like one guy who's like a lizard that gets shot into orbit because he's just painting a house or something. Other than that, everybody in that story is a complete jerk. In Sword in the Stone, you got King Arthur, you got Merlin the Magician. I'm going King Arthur, Sword in the Stone here.
Wow.
That's my vote.
Side note, if you want an interesting drinking game, watch The Sword and Stone and drink every time the main character goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. He does it like 7 times. So weird.
They reuse the audio like a million times. It's great.
Oh, really?
It falls a lot.
Bird says Alice in Wonderland inspired my drug phase, which is currently on a 20-year streak. There you go.
Okay.
Who knew that Disney could be such a bad influence on a child? I mean, Bird's got a lot of evidence now.
Man. Brutal.
Yeah. All right. Aaron. Oh, did Cuddles weigh in on this one? I think she was for Alice.
I did not. What do you think I'm going to say, Anthony?
Alice.
That's what I thought.
I love Alice in Wonderland. Love it.
All right.
Even though every character's a jerk.
I love it even more.
All right.
Hey, speaking of which, did you eat at that Wonderland restaurant on a Royal Caribbean?
Oh,
Isn't that on like 7
no.
boats? Oh, okay.
There is a one Alice in Wonderland style restaurant there, but we didn't go into it. No.
It's more for children. It's apparently wonderful though.
Yeah, because I think it's I don't know if Cece would be into it. I feel like she might be.
Is she a fan of Alice in Wonderland?
No.
Oh,
But she
so
likes
then-
being fancy and weird, doing like weird stuff.
She likes all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, fancy and weird is that restaurant's MO, I think.
Okay, cool. All right, good.
Okay, next up. Tangled or Dumbo?
Ooh,
I gotta go Tangled. Dumbo is great. Classic. Whew. Tough one because Dumbo has the longevity, like it's been around forever, and it's just such a classic story, and it's sad. There's that. You can't come across a single person who doesn't cry during the baby mine scene.
Mm.
with the mother. That is brutal.
You feel bad. Here's what I think you're experiencing, what I'm experiencing. Dumbo is the legacy. It's the legend. It's been here forever, but
Correct,
Tangled
yeah.
is a better movie. you know?
Tangled. If I had to sit here and go, which movie do I want to watch right now?
Right.
I would go with Tangled.
Yeah, Tangled
Dumbo
is
is great. I mean, it's a classic movie, and the way I don't want to poo-poo a legend. It's a great movie, so but I have to go Tangled. I mean, Pascal alone, the little chameleon, is hysterical.
Great. It's great.
I go Tangled.
Bird is 3 for 3, by the way, who says Dumbo inspired my limp dick face.
Good Lord, Bird.
There you go. She's 3 for 3. Cuddles, time to weigh in.
Everybody is saying Dumbo, by the way.
No,
Wow.
Tangled. We are a very big Tangled house. Cece loves Tangled, and so do I.
It's
I've
a
got a
good movie.
dream. I
It's
love
a
that
good-
movie.
Good movie, and it's newer, but it still can go down, and it'll go down as a classic, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got
Well, she's
Rapunzel
at
in there.
Disney a lot now.
What's that?
She's like in Tangled, that she's around like in Disney.
Oh yeah, I mean she's a
She's, like,
classic
so
character. It's just a newer movie. I mean she's Rapunzel,
Mhm.
but I mean that's a classic character. But yeah,
But they never made a Rapunzel cartoon, though, did they?
That's
Just
Tangled.
before Tangled, they never
Before
made a
Tangled,
Rapunzel,
yeah.
right?
No.
It was just the story. It was one of those stories that were just around.
Yeah, I think you're
Mhm.
right. I think maybe Rapunzel appeared in here and there just as a goof, but
She
Yeah,
was
I
in
think you're
books,
right.
like princess storybooks and shit. She was always included, but not in a movie.
yeah,
All right, I'm going Tangled Up in Blue as well.
Tangle it up.
Okay, Tangled it is. And the next one, Bird earmuffs. Cover your ears. She doesn't want to hear about this one. But it's Aladdin or The Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's tough. That's a tough one. Aladdin, both great movies around the same. I feel like they came out around the same time, maybe a few years difference.
Very close to each other. I want to say Little Mermaid was first. I
That
couldn't.
sounds right.
It was?
Yep.
Okay.
Aladdin, though. I mean, Robin Williams, classic.
Can I say something? Aladdin is the third Mike. Aladdin's the third character in that movie. Why is it named after him? Jasmine's bigger, and Genie's the biggest. Genie's the
Genie's
star.
the biggest, but is Aladdin more prominent than Jasmine? I mean, Aladdin gets the lamp. Aladdin makes the witches.
Right. It might have some more screen time, but I feel like Jasmine is like, it's Jasmine.
I mean, she might be the focal point in terms of all the controversy and the conflict revolves around Jasmine, sure. But
she's better than Aladdin. She's a better character. I feel like I don't know.
Yeah.
She sings the song. She's got the better song.
He sings a song. Sings a couple songs.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that should have been
One
called
blah,
Genie
blah, blah,
and
blah,
Jasmine.
blah. One thing ahead of the thing. One thing, a thingity thing. I got a thing. And who's got the other thing? I feel like that's an Aladdin song.
Don't forget he nailed the Animaniacs thing earlier. So
don't count this. I'm a full margarita in the hole here.
All right. So what are you doing, Aladdin? Because I know Cuddles. I know where Cuddles is going.
I gotta go Aladdin. I love Little Mermaid's a great movie. Sebastian and all that, but I gotta go Aladdin.
I'm going Little Mermaid. I mean, just
really
the hottest princess.
Cuddles?
The Little Mermaid, my all-time
Okay.
favorite.
Oh,
Ariel
that's
is my
nice.
girl. Prince Eric.
Man,
That's so nice.
the Genie, Iago, a lot of classic. Oh boy! All right. Not I can't be. I'm not the final say so.
She's nailing it. I mean, she's on fire. Aladdin inspired my carpet riding thing.
That's hysterical.
Okay, next up, another difficult one. I think Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast.
Oh God.
Oh man, You got all the classics here.
Mm.
Cinderella versus Beauty and the Beast. I feel like it comes down to, for me, if I had to sit down and watch one right now, which one would it be? And I feel like with these two, it would be Beauty and the Beast. Cinderella's great and all, but in terms of like Beauty and the Beast the Beast is a great character. All the clock and the candlestick, those are great characters. In Cinderella, yeah, you got some good characters. But it's like mice. That's pretty much it. You got some evil stepsisters and the
Yeah, the
stepmother.
sisters. Yeah.
But more fun of a movie and more in terms of just more enjoyable, I would go with Beauty and the Beast.
I agree.
Cinderella's a classic story though, with the slipper and all that. But the more fun movie for me, I think, is Beauty and the Beast.
Yes. Cuddles.
I'm gonna go with Beauty and the Beast. Love it.
Nice. Nice.
All right.
Very nice. Okay, next up. I'm sorry. Fantasia or Brave?
Fantasia. I'll answer for Bird on this one. Fantasia inspired a drug trip, drug face.
Another one.
Because holy crap, that's a trippy movie. There's no story, I don't think. Cinderella inspired my mom to make me do chores. Okay. So Fantasia, I remember watching a long time ago, and it's basically just like songs, like characters and songs. There's no real story that I can remember. There's a little bit of a story with Mickey Mouse and the mops and stuff like that, but outside of that, what was the other choice? I'm sorry.
Brave.
Brave is a fun movie. But to be honest, I can't name a single song from Brave. From Fantasia, you got the I don't remember a single song from Brave. But again, which one would I want to sit down and watch? Probably Brave over Fantasia.
I confuse Brave and Tangled all the time.
Brave, she has red hair. Merida has red hair.
That's your giveaway right there. Well, I think the thing is that he gets confused when the character's big defining thing is the hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's your whole thing.
Because like they both travel through the forest, I feel like, and then I don't know what some concert pianist. Those guys, I don't know what movie they're in. That's why what's one of the two. I can't remember.
Wait,
No,
what?
that's Entangled.
Is that Tangled? Okay, because I thought it was.
Yeah, those. Yes, that's Entangled.
Okay,
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Fantasia. Well, see now, Christella makes a good argument. Fantasia was pretty groundbreaking at the time. I agree. It's tough. It's not an easy choice at the time. Yes, Fantasia, groundbreaking movie. A lot of cool moments and imagery and music. Great stuff. But again, if I'm sitting down and I have to pick between the two movies, which one to watch, it's tough. I can't. I don't think I can go. I gotta go Brave because of the Fantasia simply doesn't have the story. It's just a lot of visuals and music. If I want to get stoned, maybe. But
all right, I'm going with Fantasia. Classic Mickey. Come on, the hat, the whole 9 yards, the robe, the dancing mops, like you said. Fantasia.
Yeah, but that's like 10 minutes of the movie. The rest of it is all visual craziness and music that nobody remembers. There's a dancing hippo in there at some point, but other than that,
Hot. Cuddles.
dancing hippo in a tutu.
I go with Brave. I love Merida.
Wow.
Hey.
Oh, Brave. Merida reminds me of Frank's younger niece. Mine too, but you know what I mean. Because I don't want to say her name.
You know what I like about Merida? The way she took over Who Wants to Be a Millionaire after Regis gave it up. I thought she did a really good job with that.
She nailed it.
What?
Merida Vieira.
Meredith.
Remember
Yeah.
her?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay.
It was a bad joke.
Next up.
That was a swing and a miss.
That was a great.
No, I just couldn't think of the actress who played her, so I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, believe me, it wasn't your fault.
Just because it was too dumb for Erin and she didn't laugh at it doesn't mean it wasn't a great joke. I'm just saying.
No, next up is okay, here we go. Bambi or Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company.
All right, so since I don't even know what Oliver and Company is, I'm going to go with Bambi.
Bambi by default for me too. What is Oliver and Company? I feel like that's a
Oliver and
mouse.
Company is Cats. All the songs were by Billy Joel.
I love Billy Joel, but I hate cats.
For a while.
Wasn't that Aristocats?
Oh wait. No, but I should have put the Aristocats. I should have, but I did not.
Yeah, I'm unfamiliar. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or bad movie or anything. I'm not familiar with Oliver and Company. Anybody in the chat know Oliver and Company? Bird. Bambi inspired my thumping phase.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Tub thumping? I get knocked down, but I get up again.
If that helps
Another
you.
one, Aunt. Another one.
Oliver and Company. There you go.
Let's see, Oliver and Company.
That's
Yeah,
the cover.
I'm not. The cover looks familiar, but I'm not familiar with the movie at all. I don't think I've ever seen it. I think by default, I gotta go Bambi by default.
Billy
I
Joel.
think you'll know
and
the rest of them.
Joey Lawrence, Bette Midler. Oh my God, Cheech Marin.
Oh, so now we got to see this movie. What's it
Robert
about?
Loggia. Oh man,
Robert Loggia.
In this animated update of the classic Oliver Twist tale, Oliver, played by Joey Lawrence, is an orphaned kitten taken in by a gang of thieving dogs led by Cavalier Canine Dodger Billy Joel and owned by
Billy Joel has an acting part?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds like a main part too.
I'll see. Now, how did we miss this movie?
Dom DeLuise is in it.
Dom DeLuise? Wasn't he in All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Think so.
He's just made to play. He was made to play animated dogs.
And I guess these are songs. Did Billy Joel not put a song on the soundtrack?
That can't be right.
He did.
He did. Why Should I Worry? I don't even know that one. Okay.
Well, considering Bambi's kind of sad, which ones you going with?
Bambi is sad, but you know what? This description of Oliver and Company, I'm going to change my mind and go Oliver and Company.
I'm going to stick with Bambi.
I'm going to stick with Bambi.
Bambi it is.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Next up, I'm pretty sure you've heard of both of these. Cars or The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, this is an easy one for you.
Cars.
To be fair, I've never saw Cars.
What?
I know.
That is come on, Lightning McQueen.
No, I get it. I know it's the tomato and all that, and I get it. I just never saw it, and I think Nightmare Before Christmas is legendary. Is classic. First full length stop motion Disney movie.
It looked cool, but I hate the idea of mixing Halloween with Christmas. It stunk. I hated it.
Well, get over it and watch the movie. That was a great movie. That was a great movie. Nightmare Before. I'm fully behind Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a classic movie. Jack Skellington. Yeah, look, everybody in the chat. Nightmare Before Christmas. Love both. I have to go with Jack Skellington. Nightmare Before Christmas inspired by Goth Phase and Aussie Annie. Nightmare Before Christmas. Bird. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wow, lots of Nightmares Before Christmas.
That's a great movie.
By the way, you asked before. Who does Alex Ovechkin play next?
I did not ask that. You just
The Islanders.
The Islanders on Sunday.
That's going to be huge.
That's going to be the team he scores the go-ahead goal on.
I knew it. I just knew it. I knew it going into the season. I knew it. No,
Those tickets are going to be expensive.
I said this to Cuddles. How long ago, D, did I say? Because I always look for an afternoon game to take the kids to, and they only play afternoon games really in March for some reason, this time of the year. And I was looking at this game, and I go, oh, let me get tickets to the Ovechkin game. Maybe that would be amazing if he winds up, because it did look like he was going to do this at the beginning of the year. And then I'm like, he's definitely going to do it against us. And sure enough, here we are. All right. Now that I bored everybody, Erin, go ahead. Next one.
So what was the answer on this one?
Cars.
Cars.
That movie.
How
It's not
could
even
Cars
close.
beat Nightmare Before Christmas?
Not even close.
I
Cars
don't like
is-
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Who voiced the main McQueen?
Owen Wilson.
That's right.
Owen Wilson.
And the comedian guys do the other cars.
Ah,
I don't know
You
their
know,
names.
there's so many
That
people
movie.
in Nightmare Before Christmas. There's such a good cast. And the
Lose.
story. Ah,
You
killing me.
lost. Sorry.
That's a brutal loss.
No nightmare for you.
That's a great movie. You guys got to give that one another chance.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll try it.
Hard feelings into the next one. The Lion King or Finding Nemo?
Oh, fuck
Mm.
off.
Oh shit!
Oh, God.
Oh,
Come on.
That's the toughest one so far.
Oh,
That's so tough.
I gotta take a second.
Lion King. There was a funny. I don't know if I think it was either a video or a meme or something. I can't remember. Erin, you might remember. But regarding the Lion King, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was like your uncle just killed your father, and you've been banished from ever seeing your family again. And Timon and Pumbaa come along and just go, "You ever tried not giving a fuck?"
Oh.
That's basically the whole story.
I'm ready to give my verdict, Frankie C. Lion King. And I'll tell you why.
Lion King or Finding Nemo? Lion King. Okay.
Two reasons. One, because most people who were saying Lion King in the chat, I just want everybody to like me. But the more important reason is soundtrack. I mean, for films, you're talking about a dead heat. But
but Finding Nemo is not a
soundtrack-wise,
musical. There's no music. There's no songs in Finding Nemo.
hold on a second. I wouldn't consider The Lion King a musical.
Well, it's not a musical, but the characters sing a lot. I don't know what to tell you.
But in every Disney movie, they sing a lot.
Not
They
in
don't sing
Finding
on
Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
No, but what I'm saying, okay, but Finding Nemo was Pixar era, is what I meant by that. Like, when you look at the classics, Little Mermaid,
That's true.
Aladdin, Lion King, all coming out in that time, they all had 6 or 7 songs in them, but they were not musicals.
But right now, you're taking a musical movie and pairing it against a non-musical movie, and the only reason you're giving this movie the win is because it has songs in it.
It has amazing songs.
Amazing song. I will say that The Lion King has an amazing soundtrack.
Well, yeah, you got Elton John to write the whole freaking thing. Now you're going to get amazing songs, but you can't judge Nemo for not having amazing songs because they didn't do songs for Nemo.
I'm saying if it's identical, which it is to me, storyline, comedy, endearingness, the better soundtrack is a clear win that beats it out.
I have a funny Lion King soundtrack story. So I went to, right after it came out, I went to a wedding. I was kind of young. And the final song, they were like, please surround the people, the new couple, and we're going to play a song from Lion King. And they were supposed to play Can You Feel the Love Tonight? But instead they played The Circle of Life. So we were in a circle around them and we were like, him-a-yada, him-a-ya. We were looking like the Who's. And we were just going back and forth, and we were like, "Is this the right song?" It was just ridiculous.
It's the circle of life.
So every time I hear that, I always want to hold hands with someone and go back and forth.
That's funny.
All right. So, what was the final verdict?
Well, I went
This is
Lion
so
King. Nobody
hard.
else said
Oh,
anything.
I go
God.
Nemo. I think they're both great, but more fun. I don't know. I feel like
All right. Well, let's let Bird's inspiration decide. What did this inspire you to do, Bird?
Disney really pissed me off with that one. Loved it. Which one?
Which?
Oh, Lion King. It's a great movie. I'm not saying it's not. It is a great. Lion King is really good, and it's got a lot of great characters, a lot of great actors voicing the characters. I mean, Nemo. It's tough because
This is good. Sorry, this is good. Trump is the Lion King.
Trump is the Lion King. Yeah, I'll give you that.
That was good.
Mm.
Yeah, and
All right, Cuddles, what are you breaking the tie with here?
You know that this is hard for me. This is like really, really hard.
Yeah, the
Mm.
fact that you said "fuck you" the second I said it kind of
I'm
tipped me off.
sorry, but it's like,
Oh
because
no, you said "fuck off."
yeah, this is so hard. But like, if it
Anybody else getting
again
turned on
thinking
by it?
about it,
Oh,
shut up. If like we think about like what movie, if you want to put it on right now, would you watch? I want to watch Lion King and sing along to all the songs. Like
Okay,
everybody look left, everybody look right, everybody like I just can't. Like I love it. I
fair enough.
love Finding You, but The Lion King is just I can
All
walk
right.
around the house singing the songs. So
I'm not
Lion King.
disappointed. You could, if The Lion King wins over Finding Nemo, I'm happy with that. They're both great movies.
They really
All
are.
right.
Oh.
Here's another one. I don't know how difficult this one will be, but it is Toy Story or Up.
Oh, I gotta go Toy. They're
Oh,
both great, but I gotta go Toy Story.
I
yeah.
agree with Frank. That's tough, but Toy Story is a
Another
franchise.
groundbreaking movie.
It's a franchise, yeah. Groundbreaking.
Franchise, sure, but just the story alone. I mean, Up though has that beginning, that first 5-10 minutes. That's like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's such an emotionally perfectly written and directed everything scene. But Toy Story, I mean, that's just such a monumental movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta
Yes.
go Toy Story. Let's see,
I'm
everybody
with
in the
Frank.
chat. Everybody in the
Everybody's
chat's
saying
going, yeah. Up inspired my huffing phase, says
Mhm.
Bird. I mean, Up is a great movie. I mean, the two characters they carried the whole thing. But you know, you got the dog in there and the bird and the bad guy. But and again, it's a very good movie and it's heartwarming and fun. Nothing bad about Up, but you got to go Toy Story is such a legendary movie.
Cuddles?
Toy Story.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah,
All
I
ma'am.
right.
love it.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right.
Next up, two left, two brackets. One is The Princess and the Frog or A Bug's Life.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Who wanted the poo-poo platter? I love it.
You know what's weird? I feel like I've seen parts of A Bug's Life and I've never seen The Princess and the Frog. So
Good banging
I would be
New
I would
Orleans
not be a
soundtrack.
good I would not be a good judge on this one. So Ann, did you see them both?
Yeah, it's been a long
Yes.
time since I've seen the Tiana one, but I go Bug's Life.
A Bug's
Bug's Life.
Life. I love that movie. Yeah. it's
Yeah.
cute.
All right. Yeah.
Is
all
that
right.
what
So
it's gonna be? Bug's Life?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last one before we start narrowing it down among the winners is Soul or Encanto.
Didn't see Soul, but I did see Encanto, and Encanto was very good.
It was.
Very good.
Talk about soundtrack.
We
Yeah,
don't
we
talk
don't
about
talk
Bruno.
about we don't talk about Bruno,
Mm-mm.
but I did not see Soul, so I can't. I mean, I guess
Soul
it
was
was one of the.
depressing.
Was it? Were there good songs at least?
No, I mean it's cool. It's like like he plays jazz, but it's kind of like depressing and it's kind of hard for kids to follow.
Mm. Yeah,
Encanto is like the jam.
Encanto was very good. So I'm a fan of that one. So I'll go Encanto. Did not see Soul.
Okay. So now, rapid fire, we're gonna. Well, I don't know why I said rapid fire. We're going to narrow it down among the winners. So the first bracket is Snow White or Alice in Wonderland.
Oof.
Ooh.
So this is on Cuddles, or should we weigh in?
You can weigh in, but Cuddles gets final vote.
Okay, Snow White or
I'm
Alice
gonna
in Wonderland.
say, you know,
I go
that's
Alice
fair.
in Wonderland, I guess. I mean, it's
Me,
the more
I'm with you,
fun.
Frank. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland.
I go Snow White, but it doesn't matter.
No
Does not matter
rules.
what you think, pal.
Okay.
Alice
Just
wins.
to make sure, Tangled and Dumbo, Queen of Hearts, you said Tangled?
Yes.
Okay, so now Tangled or The Little Mermaid?
Oh,
Ooh.
oh God. Oh. I'm The Little Mermaid will always be my number one movie. It is
Right.
So I feel like it's gonna
always.
win everything then.
It's like
No,
it
but it's
will always.
better than Tangled. Come on.
Little
Little
Mermaid better than
Mermaid. I
Tangled.
love. Oh my God. You wanna kiss the girl?
La, la.
Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la.
Okay.
On our honeymoon, we went to the castle. We ate there, and
Oh,
Ariel came out because we ate with all the princesses. Because it's our honeymoon. I mean, and I told Ariel, I said, Ariel, this is my Eric, as I pointed to
oh,
Anthony. Yeah.
And she said, I
Well,
did so much better than you.
yeah. Ariel said that.
Yes.
Yes.
Did she say then why are you talking? Your voice should be gone. All right, so Little Mermaid wins that one.
Yes.
okay. Next up is Beauty and the Beast or Brave.
I would say Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast.
All right, that one was easy. Now, God, Bambi or Cars? That just makes me think of a deer getting it. But anyway, Bambi or Cars?
Bambi versus Cars. Who will win?
Oh.
I say
Sorry.
Cars.
2 enter, 1 leaves.
Oh my God.
I would go Bambi, but
Cars
to be
have
fair, I
entered
never
the
saw Cars.
forest. Sorry.
Never saw
Cars.
Cars. So you're saying Cars? Okay.
It's really good. You have
Cars?
to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cars have taken out Bambi once again. And The Lion King or Toy Story? Oh God, here we go.
Oh.
Lion King or Toy Story? That's a tough
Damn
one.
it.
I personally, I would say Toy Story.
I'm with Frank.
Me too.
There's
Okay.
Wow.
Blanking Labos.
Yeah.
Circle of Life
I love that.
is out. Okay. Not
Yeah,
last
and
is
there's
A
no
Bug's
songs
Life.
in Toy Story, so you sure, Ant? I don't know. You and your songs in Disney movies, you gotta have
No.
songs.
Toy Story's got great songs. You've got
That's-
a friend
You
in me.
got a friend in
That's
me.
one. It has one song. That's the
Yeah.
title track
I
or the
love
main
all of
song.
them. I love all the Toy Story movies.
Yeah.
They're great.
Very
Yeah.
good.
All right. Last for this round is A Bug's Life or Encanto.
Encanto.
Agree.
Yep.
Okay. Next up is Alice in Wonderland or The Little Mermaid.
Oh
Well, we're
boy.
going Little Mermaid.
Okay. Let me just highlight this in green. I have to just keep track because okay. Then Beauty and the Beast or Cars.
Ooh.
I would go Beauty and the Beast, but
Yeah, I'm with
thought-
Beauty and the Beast. I like that movie.
Me too.
Okay. Toy Story or Encanto.
Toy Story.
Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And here's where it gets really tough, Queen. The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, or Toy Story. We're down to
Okay,
3. We need to get to 1.
You got to let Frank and I answer this one first.
Okay, go ahead.
Toy Story, Beauty and the Beast, or
The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. Okay. Toy Story, Beauty. Oof, that's tough.
This is really hard.
I would personally Toy Story, Beauty and the Beast. I would go Toy Story. What?
Why are you laughing?
What happened?
Sorry.
I have no idea.
Why are you laughing?
Somebody just sent me a meme.
Who sent you a meme? What are you
40 grand for my 401k. That's
Oh,
Tony
'cause she took
Soprano.
money
That's
out
funny.
of his thing.
She stole money from the bird feeder.
My 401k.
You definitely
That's
are
the
laughing
funniest-
too hard
That's the funniest
for that
meme.
joke.
That was the funniest meme out of all the tariff stuff today. I'm sorry. That's so.
You have way too much time on your hands.
Oh,
Is that
that's
in the
so
group
good.
chat?
No. It didn't
Okay.
come from the group chat. Oh my god, that was so fucking great. All right, listen. Toy Story. Is my vote.
Toy Story, Little Mermaid, or Beauty and the Beast. I gotta go Toy Story.
Toy Story all the way. Queen.
This is so hard.
It's a tough
I
one.
really,
This is three
it,
legendary movies.
I know that it would definitely it would be between The Little Mermaid and Toy Story. I think those two would be the two that I really have to.
No,
Oh
be our
my
guest.
god.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
Oh,
Basically it. Oh, and what was the other song?
Beauty and the
Time.
Beast.
That's it. Yeah.
Tale as told as time.
Tale as old as
Tail
time.
this whole time. Oh, I love The Little Mermaid, but there's something about Toy Story that's just God, this I can't.
To be fair, this is not
Isn't
going
there?
on any official record or anything.
I know. But like when I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, what would I put on? I would 100% put on Toy Story
Yeah.
because it's such a funny, like it really is. But I love Ariel. I love my homegirl.
All right, you gotta
Okay,
pull the
I'm gonna
trigger.
choose. I'm gonna choose Toy Story.
Okay.
Smart move.
I highlighted The Little Mermaid before she answered, and then I unhighlighted it, and then I highlighted Toy Story, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh my god."
I'm sorry.
No,
That was a
not you,
hard one.
not you. Just the fact that I shouldn't have been doing that. I should have waited. But now we have Toy Story for real.
Yeah, Toy Story.
All right, last thing I'm going to ask of you, and then you can take a break from my games for a while. Toy Story or Frozen?
Oh boy.
Oh,
The
This is
grudge
it.
match
This is
I
the
was
final.
afraid
This
of.
is the final bracket.
Yeah.
This is it.
I know what I would say.
I know what I
Okay.
would say. We should go first. We should go
All right.
first.
go.
Anthony, what would you say?
I'm gonna say Toy Story, and I'll tell you why. It's close, but Toy Story means something to both of my kids, whereas Frozen means only to my daughter. So
Well,
Okay.
this video of our daughter screaming,
I know.
singing the song "Let
I
It
know.
Go," like and
Also-
stomping her foot like Elsa.
Also-
It's like the cutest thing.
Also,
But-
think for yourself for once. Do you have to have, what
No,
do
you're
you
right.
like? Not what your kids like.
I like Toy Story, and I'll tell. And here's the other thing, and I don't know if it really came out, but I saw a clip for the 5th Toy Story because Toy Story 5 is coming out. And I said to D, I go, do you realize that Toy Story is 30 years old?
Jesus Christ!
Like Toy Story was the new movie. It was kind of really the first. I mean, it was the first, Pixar movie. It was the new thing, and now all of a sudden it's 30 years old, and it's like we knew it, and our kids were brought up on this movie and these characters. Like it's unbelievable how much of a fabric it is in our lives. This friggin' Toy Story.
That's
so
true.
for that I got a little emotional when I saw the video. I got a little I almost cried. I almost fucking cried. I was overcome with emotion over a fucking trailer for a cartoon movie.
I don't think I saw. Did we see was there a 4th one? This is the 5th one?
Yeah, there was a 4th one, which I totally was so sad
Yeah.
watching it and everything. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I was like so depressed at the end, but I loved them. I love the
Oh my gosh.
characters in it.
Sorry.
What?
I'm gonna
Speaking
have
of
to,
honeymoons.
I have mine.
Sorry.
I have mine. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was gonna say. Speaking of honeymoons, Frank, what movie did we watch the day after we got married?
Toy Story 3. It was
Romantic.
on.
Dude, I thought it was
Yeah.
2.
Oh,
It
no.
was 3.
It was 3. Oh God, I would have gotten it wrong. All right, 1 for Frank. All right, so what's it gonna be?
Toy Story.
Okay,
Wow.
so Toy Story, the greatest Disney movie,
Yep.
See,
according to Kyle's.
according to Cuddles, see that
Yeah, it is so
It beats
good.
out
I have to
Frozen.
watch it. Ugh. That was
Wow.
hard.
That's amazing.
That's a tough one. Toy Story wins out of all the Disney movies. Cuddles landed on Toy Story.
That's
Mhm.
unbelievable. That is
Yeah.
unbelievable. That is scrolling on the ticker in Times Square right now as we speak. Toy
See that?
Story wins.
The impact you made. According to Cuddles, you got to put.
Yeah.
You have to know the impact that she had on society.
Massive.
Oh, people don't hate me.
All right, Cuddles. Wait until you. Oh my
Oh
God!
my-
Wait till you run into Ariel
Thank
again
you
in Magic
so
Kingdom.
much.
I know. She's going to be
Great
pissed.
job, Erin. Great
Thanks
job.
for-
Right. Thank
thank
you,
you, guys.
Erin.
Thanks, Cuddles, for ruling over us. And all right, new game next week. Not this one. This was just for March Madness.
Love it. Love the March
Bye.
Madness. Good job,
Happy
Erin
weekend.
C.
Great job. Great job. Pick up Oval, folks. Written by Erin herself. A great book. Anthony's holding up a copy right there. You can get it on Amazon. Link in the description below. You can get a physical copy like Anthony's holding, or you can download the digital copy of Oval, written by Erin. Go pick it up today.
You won't believe the characters in this book. You won't believe who they picked as the #1 Disney movie. It is shocking. But wait till you
Shocking.
get to page 4907. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Sure.
bowl you over. It's gonna
You
be
know,
big.
you won't even know.
Yeah.
All the characters in Oval, all cars, by the way.
All right,
know.
Frankie C. You have yourself a wonderful weekend.
You do the same. Everybody in the chat, thanks for joining us. Everybody watching, appreciate it. Have a great weekend.
Great weekend, everybody. Bye bye.
Show me potato salad.
Maybe we should.